Hey guys, Ramble here, Bragging Rights Precision. Man, I hope you're having a blessed and wonderful day. Alright guys, so we told you that we were going to start this video series. Well, then we got a little behind because we decided to build a whole new studio. So we gave you the introduction to the studio last week. We took a mentioned well-needed vacation. We're back. So here we are. We're going to get started. So we've been blessed with some really great companies sending us some products, and we're going to be testing them. So full disclosure, yes, some of these products were sent to us for free. No, they do not get to view the video beforehand. They do not get to dictate what we put in the video, and our opinions are our own. Always going to be the conspiracy theorist. Well, they sent you the video, so everything's great. Well, I can't help what you think. If that's your mindset, then so be it. I don't know what to do for you. But we're going to give you an honest review, and if we see something that we don't care for, we're going to let you know. We're going to give you the likes, the dislikes, and be honest about it. So with that said, got Tipton. They sent us the Ultimate Gun Vise with the stand. That thing had been back ordered for a long time. Really excited to have it. Been waiting on it. BOG also sent a hat and a shirt. Thank you, BOG. They sent us the Death Grip Infinite. This is a really nice ball head tripod, so we're going to be testing it out. Going to be real interested to see what kind of weights it can hold with the rifles. My 308 here alone, that's about a little over 16-pound rifle. I believe this one's around 12 or 13. That is the Omega Series PRS 15 Precision Rifle System. This is made by the Rifle Specialist. So you can check them out at theriflespecialist.com. Great people. That one is unfired, so that's going to be part of the series. We're going to be using the Ultimate Gun Vise to set up, and we're going to give you an unboxing on it because it's still taped shut with the dust on it from our remodel. And we're going to be mounting Crimson Trace scopes. Got two different ones to try. Wheeler scope mounts. Got two different ones, one set for each. One's a 34 millimeter, one's a 30 millimeter. So interested to try those. And once we get all that set up, do the videos, we can finally test the rifle out. Yay. So we'll be hitting the range. We'll do some range videos. Give you guys some great stuff there with some other products that'll be sent. Some of this stuff I purchased over the years. Some of it sent to me. So there you have it. We're very blessed to get it. So with all that said, how about we get a video started? So let's get to it. So we mentioned the weight of these guns. So let's get some actual weights. So the PRS 15, looking at just shy of 13 pounds. Now let's look at our Savage 308. Just trying to hold it steady, which is hard to do, and get it centered. There we go. About almost 16 and a half. Can't get it steady enough for the scale of balance, or not balance, but come to a locking point. But we have the basic weights. So around 16 and 13, right about where I told you. We're going to get started with the Tipton Ultra Gun Vise with the stand. So one of the things I want to look for in my stand that I'm going to be working on my rifles, especially my big heavy competition rifles, is I don't want a plastic frame. So this thing has an all steel frame on it. And going by the box, it's pretty doggone heavy. So that's already a good start in my book. So let's see how heavy it is. My scale only goes up to 35 pounds. Let's see if we can stay within it. That's close. 32 pounds, 11.6 ounces. So that should be a very steady and sturdy stand. So let's see, let's get it unboxed. Without breaking the scale, hopefully. I will say that it's nice to have a large enough bench to be able to do some really good unboxing videos on for the products. I built this 4x8 and really looking forward to this, guys. I hope you guys are. Also very nice to be able to stand behind the product and face you guys as I do this. That's not a luxury I used to have in my old studio. In my studio, I mean basement. And we're just going to go ahead and be a man and cut the box apart. Plenty of packing to pack my other products in. Like to reuse that. If you don't like recycled packing, don't order from us. Everything was well packaged. I don't see anything beat up. Interesting. That appears to be your AR block with a hammer stock. Nice to read up about that. Not intended for installing or removing the barrel nut, castle nut, or muzzle device. Do not exceed 100 inch-pounds torque while using this block. So we will remember that and hopefully use our Tipton 360 gun vise, and we'll try that out. That'll be a whole nother video. See, everything's laid out. Like that. It's got the levers on the inside, not just to push. I guess you can do it by either one. Makes it real easy. You're not trying to search for them with your fingers while you're trying to do anything with it. So the challenge with this is it's tall, so we may have to change positions. Go ahead and set this up on the floor. I'll pick a camera spot. And then we'll go ahead and follow the instructions together and we'll put it together. So let me get that switched up for you. A little bit too tall to do on the bench. All right, so we've got it moved around, repositioned. Now you can see everything, laid everything out. Instruction manual, it says master instructions. They do not actually have any instructions. Pictures. Good news is this thing is pretty dummy proof, so even I can understand it. Everything is pretty self-explanatory overall. The only thing I don't like, and it's not bad, it's got a little bit of tilt back and forth, it's not horrible. This may change once the gun is on there and has a little more weight on it. Overall, it's pretty steady. That's just a very minor thing. Let's go through and see what each one of these is actually called according to the manual. So this is going to be the chassis for the elevation clamps. So you can see the bar locker that locks them onto here. Works just like any setup for like your circular saws, cut-off saws, chop saws. All works the same. And we're going to take the elevation clamp, make sure this nut is backed all the way off, and it just slides in. You'll tighten that down on the back side, I guess, once you get your height correct. Now we'll do the other side. Obviously, you can adjust these any distance you need for your size of rifle or whatever you're working on. These are your trays. They'll snap in wherever you want to put them at. That's as easy as it gets, guys. Now this is your vise block and your chassis clamp. I guess this is what they call the chassis, or middle chassis. So again, guys, we're learning this together. Had plenty of these, so it's not real hard to try to figure all this out. Haven't had this one, I'm just saying I've had plenty of the different styles of gun vices over the many years I've been into firearms. So that's as easy as it gets. Like I said, even a dummy like me can set it up no problem. You can adjust it. You know, it's got your lock marks in there. Adjust it in different positions. Tighten it back down. I do like that it's got large enough knobs on it that they are comfortable in your hands. They're not the small ones. You know, you hurt your hands just trying to tighten them and untighten them. Maybe I'm gonna lose my man card for saying that, but yeah, it hurts. Especially when you've had hand surgeries like I have. If you guys remember, I had surgery on both of my hands last year, so everything helps. They are a little stiff at first, but it's brand new. So you can articulate these clamp pads. That's nice. You can move them in different directions, vertical or horizontal. I just noticed something I don't like is that if it's in the open position, it's real hard to change it vertical and horizontal. Could have gave it just a little bit more gap. But again, minor. But it gives you plenty of options to mount your gun. These articulate in any direction you want them to mount your style of rifle, whatever contour or anything your stock or your fore end is. So in the book, it gives you all the compatible configurations: conventional rifles, break open shotguns, handguns, compound bows, muzzle loaders, bullpups, crossbows, upper receiver assemblies, modern sporting rifles, aka AR-15s. So it gives you all these in the instructions, which is nice. Let's see what else we have. Articulating clamp pads. The clamp pads are mounted on a ball and a socket mounting system to allow the pads to articulate the clamp virtually any shape or surface, which I think I just went over. Numerous ways to clamp any firearm. So according to this, even if you have a thumb hole style stock, you know, it's got the cutout on the back side. I don't have one here to be able to show you. You can turn one of these sideways and one of them up. So one vertical, one horizontal. Of course, you probably can't see it from here, but it shows you how that would fit in that. So that's kind of nice. We thought some of that through. You can make it to where it'll push the barrel down into the vise. So you got a whole lot of options here, and it says you can actually remove the clamp pads. That way you can use it in different configurations as well. And it says to also, if you have a very wide fore end, that allows you more room between them. They actually come on and off fairly easy, but they absolutely are not going to just fall off. Looks like the rubber pad's what holds the two halves together. Okay, let's see if we can mount a rifle in between these things. We'll start out with our PRS-15 from the Rifle Specialist. Let's go ahead and remove the KDEX system. Before I tighten that up, let's try to level that a little bit. Learn our limits. The issue is that I've got the bag rider on there. That's what's making it so tall on the back side, but still levels it pretty well. Go in plenty far, they're going to lock down on that bag rider. They're articulating to be able to do it. So that's nice. It's in there nice and sturdy. So guys, let's put it to the test. Because we weighed this stand in at what, 32 pounds? Almost 33 pounds, I believe it was. Make sure I don't pick it up by the barrel or anything else. There you go. That gets an A+. Now that it's on there, I guess it's just a matter of getting these spread where you want them. But that does bug me a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, once you get them pushed all the way out, which is user error, dummy error, Now it's sturdy. Okay, I'm gonna retract what I said. So there's the gist of it. There it is. It looks like the instructions. This part does give you instructions. Back to the part I was curious about on the block for your AR-15. According to this, it's a bolt service station and a hammer stop. So, see if we can get this where you can read it halfway decent, hopefully. So you can actually disassemble and assemble your bolt, your AR-15, and it mounts in it. I was not prepared for that because, again, this is an unboxing. You know, I have not had this thing apart or experienced it previously. So, with that said, we're gonna cut the video and I'm gonna have to go grab a bolt and we're gonna figure this out. So dug around, found a bolt. So we're gonna learn how to use the bolt service station. It actually works very easy. I already ran through it once to figure it out so I could make a quick, clean video for you. So, you know, this is mainly to get the ejector out of it. So first we need to, you know, take the extractor out. So all we're going to do is just take the pin out for it. Hold on to it so you don't lose your parts. Extractor removed. You need the extractor groove towards you. You put it in there and roll it towards you till it locks in. Once it locks in, push it forward and twist it away from you, and it's locked totally in. That has pushed the ejector and the spring in to where you can easily get the pin out. There's a notch on the back side that will catch the pin. I just made sure to keep my finger over that so it doesn't roll on the floor. Easily drive out the pin. Twist towards you. Voila, there's your ejector. Very, very easy. I'm going to grab that pin out of there. Just going to do the opposite. Just make sure your flat spot's towards you. Get it to lock in the way it's supposed to. Twist forward away from you. Now at this point, you should be able to put your ejector roll pin back in. Very easy. Your ejector is back in. Now you can put the extractor back together. I'm not sure if I'm getting all this on the close-up. And you're done. Like that tool. very useful. I like that I've got a tray right here that I can put everything in next to it. And there we go, guys. That's how your bolt service station works. It also has a hammer stop function. And it looks like what that does is it actually allows you to dry fire it without damaging anything. So that's pretty nice. Universal stand instructions for their other type of stands. Has nothing to do with this one. So we've mounted the PRS 15 in it. You know, and this is the Omega series again from the Rifle Specialist, riflespecialist.com. Owner, great guy. Had a lot of fun talking to him about building it for me. Prices are very reasonable, and I can't wait to actually test it out on the range after we're done, you know, doing some starting videos on it. Using it for all of this. We will be testing this thing extensively in future videos. You'll have some range videos and the whole works. Now let's put a larger firearm on this thing. Let's put my Savage on there. This one's not quite so easy to remove. Doesn't just slide off the end like the Cadex. Let's see, how do I want to mount this? So it's certainly wide enough to give me options. I do want to miss my knob for the adjustments on my cheek rest. Oh, I never did tighten it up, dummy. And there we go. Pretty decently sized gun. That's a Savage 110 Elite Custom. So got the MBT chassis, locks everything in just fine. No issues. Again, much heavier gun. So again, you know, stability is fine, which makes no difference on the weight of the gun as far as holding the stand. But I mean, that stand isn't going anywhere. Make sure it's all spread. That was my mistake earlier. And it's real steady after that. You should be able to work on anything you want as far as this goes. So now we need to figure out how we want to mount the AR-15 in there, the PRS, using the center block in combination with everything else. So now the issue with that is the heights. Make sure we're even going the right direction. Ah. Look like a couple of monkeys screwing a football, but we're there. So again, figuring this out as we go. That does not tighten to my liking. Not sure why. That's my real critique right there. I do like it's got a Tipton badge right there, and it's rubber. That lets my barrel ride on that without issue. Now I'm able to lock everything in nice. I'm ready to clean. I can put my bucket down there and clean my barrel, run my swabs through it, you know, do whatever I need to do at this point. So, do like all of that. Kind of wish that the center carriage was adjustable in height. Get the whole thing up a little higher. Overall, it's a pretty doggone solid setup. It's got a lot of capabilities, some I haven't even showed you yet. Quick rundown on how the hammer lock works. You know, once you have your receiver in there, pull the hammer back, push your rubber stopper over, pull the trigger, catches on the rubber right there. No dry fire. So overall, this is a wonderful setup, in my opinion. I think it's well built. And we've got one more thing to show you on the side. So I was not aware of this at first, but it's a cool feature. For the best feature of this entire project is not in your manual. Best feature of all. Enjoy, guys. So that pretty much sums up the video. You know, our review on the Tipton Standing Gun Vise. Checks all my boxes for what I would like to see on a gun vise, and then some. You know, another nice feature not covered yet. It's got rubber feet on each corner, so you can fold the legs in, set it on your bench, won't scratch your bench up, gives you two different ways to use it. So that's really nice. You know, I like the trays. You know, like pretty much everything about it. Had a couple of little nitpicky things, you know, mainly that if the pads are pulled all the way in, you know, it's hard to change them between vertical and horizontal. Does that really make a difference? Not really, just nitpicky. It's not going to affect me in any way. One of the nitpicks was this. So I took it back apart, you know, because I put it together in a hurry for you guys, because I unboxed this and tested it, you know, while we did the video. The back side, I guess it's injection molded. It had a little nib in there, and it didn't let the nut seat completely flat to get it completely tight. So, you know, just one of those little things. Took that out, came right out, and you can't move it now. So that's all it was. Glad that was that simple, because I had an issue with that more than anything on the entire vise. One other keynote that I figured out when I was taking it down to move it that was not on video, and it's not an issue, it's just so you're informed about it. If these are all the way down, adjusted completely down, and you go to take them, the bottom part of it off of the rails, it won't come off. These have to be in the up position to clear it because they wrap around the rails. So I just wanted to let you know that so you don't, get a hold of it and wonder what in the world you're doing wrong. And that's all it was. So again, not an issue, just wanted to inform you of it. But guys, it's priced right, checks all the boxes, it's sturdy, it's got a lot of features that very useful, more than any of them that I've ever used, especially the pivots on your vise blocks. I really like that they'll pivot in form to anything that I want it to for any shape on my firearm. I mean, that's a really fun feature. And then there was the bottle opener. That's not on the box and that's not in the instructions. That's if you know. I doubt you'll find that in many other videos. Somebody else figured it out. I don't know, but pretty neat feature, and they're on both ends. So guys, have a blessed evening. Take care.